they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And over the middle, this is Parker. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself. But it did all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Rivers now to throw on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Yet again. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Another Wildcat look here. We've seen this a lot. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. Rivers to throw this time. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Koamisi with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And how about this? A fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. And out come the Dolphins now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and felt there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now Tannehill. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. and reading your keys. You always hear about that, having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. Second and goal from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run with a Giant. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now Tannehill on third and goal. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, Warren. Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rivers to throw it. It's complete right side to Benjamin. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Rivers trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. It's picked off by Jelani Jenkins. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
His throw caught right around the 6. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And now it's 2nd and goal. They run again with Ajayi. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They come out here in the I. And now a sneak, Tannehill. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal?
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run. It's Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites the team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So out come the Chargers. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you cross country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Rivers now gives to Woodhead. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. One receiver left. That's Allen. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. 6, block 11. 86 to man.
On the ground, this is Woodhead. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4 down.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Danny Woodhead, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Here's Rivers. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the Dolphins are going to recover. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel, but they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Shift together here from the D-line. Tannehill on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Flowers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now San Diego getting set to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Throwing, Rivers. It's complete, right side to Benjamin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They run for it with Woodhead, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll come out in the pistol. Tannehill now, they give to Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
The throw on second down is Tannehill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. We've got a 3rd and 11. Play clock winding down. Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Barrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to...
It got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Travis Benjamin, an even 90 yards. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. So they're going to go for 2. Rivers is going to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because this confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little game.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now it's Ajayi. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step away and come back to San Diego after this. 4 yards remaining now on second down. Here's Ajayi. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Hey, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Tannehill under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Great defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Miami. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. One receiver left, that's Allen. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
2nd down now after the incompletion. They come out here in the eye. Rivers to throw it. Going deep. He's got a man. Complete. A big gain that time for the Chargers. 36 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 2nd down, Rivers looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And an alley to run. The 30. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time. And his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off and takes it to the end zone.
And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's third down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You dropped an 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now Rivers. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Rivers on fourth down. And it's complete. Henry. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And on fourth and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Rivers. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
On third down, Rivers. And incomplete here on third down. Boy, Keenan Allen couldn't pull that one in. Now fourth down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bakari Rambo. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going to let it go again. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Jordan Cameron is tight end, the intended receiver, and it's fourth down. Here's Matt Darr now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good game. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rivers now from the 50. And on the catch, it's Andre Johnson. And he's brought down. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just goes right over the top of it because he can see everything. And sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
The veteran Andre Johnson to target on that one. And now it's third down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Rivers is going to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Play clock's running down. They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he powers his way up past the 30. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shreds the tackle, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing now, Tannehill. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll be brought. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Third down and 3. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
Good call.
This is Ajayi, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Now Tannehill. This one caught. Jordan Cameron. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. In the National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Miami, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for San Diego, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long